I'm from Rossing, New Brunswick in Canada. I think what I got through this jazz lesson video experience was really understanding what modes do. I've always understood that modes are important in jazz pedagogy, but Chad was really able to kind of demonstrate that. So just being challenged to move through 2-5-1s and recognizing, that if you think you're playing C Dorian and you think you're playing F Mixolydian and you think you're playing B flat major, they're not actually different. So finding those differentiating colors was huge in the first couple months. And that really changed my playing in that it dialed me into thinking diatonically within the chord changes. Before text lessons, I was still doing a fair amount of gigs, but I think my successes and plights that I've always dealt with is I've always had a reasonable grasp on technique, but again, my ability to use that technique to access the right colors, there was always a disconnect. So I was playing lots of gigs and playing with lots of musicians who I consider to be much better than myself. But it feels like now I've entered into a world now where I feel like I'm playing some of the same sounds. I get people coming up saying that was really, really great. And you can tell that they're not quite sure why, but I'm getting responses in ways that were kind of greater and more consistent than I had before the lessons had started. Just recently, a couple of venues in the city have taken me on, and I'm doing a weekly jazz session, kind of curating a music series, and it's allowing us to bring in some of the players who are in the St. John area, but then also reach out a little wider to the other cities in New Brunswick. I feel like my vocabulary and my understanding of styles at a point where I can kind of reach out to some of these bigger players and have a more honest conversation about approaches, and would they be willing to come in and bring ensembles or come join an ensemble that we're doing here in the city. So it's definitely just been a confidence booster, and hugely empowering, because again, it's understanding the music a little better and kind of understanding how I connect into the music and then connect with the musicians who I'm hoping to play with.